Okay, Algebra 1 students, this is going to serve as an example for lessons 16 and 17 because you're doing the same thing in both lessons. You are rearranging, finding the inverse of an equation is rearranging the equation so that you are isolating the other variable. You have done this before, okay? Here's an example of converting Celsius to Fahrenheit temperature, okay? Here is when you know Celsius, you can multiply that temperature by 9/5 and add 32. And that will give you the temperature in Fahrenheit. So I have written right here, this is a table from 16.2. So I already did this one. I plugged in 0 instead of C, which means this term disappears. And then all I have left is positive 32. So 0 degrees Celsius equals 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So now let's try 100. Okay? So remember, when you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across. So 100 times 9 is 900. And 1 times 5 is 5. And 900 divided by 5 equals 180. Okay? So now I have 180 degrees, and I'm going to add 32 to it. 32 to 11, 212. So when you have 100 degrees Celsius, you have 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's skip over here for when they give you Fahrenheit. Okay, so here they're giving me Fahrenheit. So I'm going to take this 104 and I'm going to put it right there. Okay, so I'm going to erase this real quick. Okay, so I'm going to take 104, I'm going to write it in place of F, and then how I'm going to solve for C is I have to get C all by itself. Well, the first thing I have to do in order to do that is, hold on a sec. Okay, so let's try this again. So I'm going to rewrite this 9/5 times C plus 32. So remember, we have to get the term that has C all by itself before we can get C by itself. So I'm going to subtract 32 from both sides. Okay, so I'm going to cross it off here. And 104 minus 32 equals 72. So now I've got 72 on this side and 9/5C. So now I have to divide both sides by 9/5. Okay, because that's how I'm going to get rid of this. But young people, you need to remember that dividing by a fraction is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. Okay, so that crosses the fraction off over here, but because this is an equation, I've got to multiply 72 times 5/9 also. So see, look, I've got C all by itself. And now I'm just going to finish my arithmetic. 72 times 5 equals 360. And 360 divided by 9 equals 40. So 104 degrees Fahrenheit is equal to 40 degrees Celsius. And I want to show you both of these equations all by themselves. Here's our Fahrenheit equation. So now let's put our double arrow, okay, back and forth. So now let's see our Celsius conversion again. So C equals Fahrenheit minus 32, okay, times 5/9, okay? So the only thing that I really need you to understand about inverses, young people, is that to write the inverse of an equation, you are just isolating the other variable. Here we have f on one side, and here's our equation. Here we have c on one side, and here's our equation. Notice how in this equation we're multiplying by 9/5. Here we're multiplying by 5/9. On this equation we're adding 32. In this equation we're subtracting 32. So inverses undo one equation in order to get another. That's it. It's not more difficult than that. I really hope this helps you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.